Hi, this is Political News in 5, and today is July 17th, 2022. I'm Aisha Osori. I'm starting this week with the Muslim ticket of Tinubu and Shetima that was announced exactly a week ago today. It's been creating a lot of controversy. Now, I agree with all the arguments that speak about how divisive this decision is at a time where we need healing and we need unifying. Our social cohesion has never been this frayed, and after 8 years of the Buhari administration, it would be nice that the next president of the country is careful and considerate about making sure that governance represents people. People need to have a sense of belonging in Nigeria. Now, that said, I find our focus on identity politics to be performative and distracting from the substantive. What do I mean by this? Would Tinubu be an ideal president for Nigeria if he had a Christian vice president? Are the people in APC who are upset with him, who are resigning from the party, saying that the worst thing that Tinubu is and can be is to have a Muslim running mate? The truth is, we've had Christian presidents and Christians have suffered from the negligence of the state. We've had Muslim presidents and Muslims have suffered from the negligence of the state. As Nigerians, we all suffer from bad governance. Besides, why is it that what we're adamant about when it comes to representation is ethnicity and religion? Why not gender, where we have women at 49% of the population, but less than 6% of representation? Why not youth, who are more than 70% of the population? What about the hundreds of thousands of people living with disabilities? Why are they not represented? That said, one can understand why Tinubu is worried about the numbers and why he might have made this realpolitik decision to have a Muslim running mate. Now, when Jonathan won the elections in 2015, he won only 7 out of the 19 northern states. That's less than half of those states. In 2015, he went on to win only 3 northern states. But why he won in 2011 was he cleared all 17 southern states. He won in all those states and won convincingly. Now, Tinubu in 2023 is not assured that he can say, I'll get all southwest or I'll get all south. So he needs to hedge his bets. In fact, none of the candidates can say that with any confidence in 2023. And so our politics is definitely evolving. What I would say to people who are really upset about the Muslim ticket is this. 1, avoid APC and its unbalanced ticket. There are 17 other parties to choose from. 2, do all you can to make sure you push out the vote. Let's get more people voting in 2023. And 3, let's see what we can do to hold INEC accountable and make sure that we have free and fair elections in 2023. And the second thing I want to talk about today are the special deputies, as I'm calling them. I'm talking about Bishop Isaac Idahosa from Edo State that has been picked by Kwankwaso as his running mate under the New Nigerian People's Party. Now, Idahosa is obviously of the performative type of pastor and his videos are hilarious. It's clear that acting is very important to pastors and to politicians. Speaking of which, that could be why the Lagos PDP gubernatorial candidate Abdulaziz Adediran picked a well-known actor, Funke Akindele, aka Suliat Kon Ayeturoko, as his running mate. She has over 20 million Instagram followers and has about 15 million plus followers on Twitter, and has alluded to her popularity as something that she brings to the ticket. Now, as we see more entertainers, Desmond Elliott, Banky W, running for office, we should be concerned how prepared are these people to be in government and to be involved in public policy. Now, some people would argue that we've seen people with impressive CVs and experience who have not done any better. And maybe what we should be focused on is the political economy. But the truth is, focusing only on popularity and the short-term goal of winning an election for the day, while not taking into consideration governance, is important. And we can see an example just in Liberia, where George Weah, the president, was a famous footballer who was very popular, but is not doing very well when it comes to governing the affairs of the state. Finally, I want to talk about Osun elections yesterday, where another entertainer won. Davido, no, he was not on the ballot, but his uncle was. Ademola Adeleke of PDP finally won the Osun gubernatorial elections after losing to Oyetola in 2018. And even then, in 2018, Davido was on his side. During this election, Davido made powerful use of his massive following. I think on Twitter he has over 11 million followers. He kept everybody informed and motivated, pointing out gaps the collation officer is missing, encouraging people to dance in the rain and stay and make sure their votes were counted and uploaded. Fantastic use of his platform to make sure that people stayed informed. What's also interesting about Osun is that it's clear that Tinubu doesn't have a lockdown on Southwest votes for 2023. 2, PDP managed to win even without their breakaway faction of Wike, Fayose, and co. And 3, it made a difference to have a higher voter turnout. When you compare the votes that PDP and APC got in 2018 in Osun and what they got yesterday, you can see almost a 300,000 voter difference between those numbers. Now, the total number of registered voters in Osun is about 2 million, but those who are eligible to vote, who have their permanent voters cards, are only 1.4. So if you look at just the votes for PDP and APC yesterday, which came up to about 778,000, it is clear that we had at least 50% people come out to vote yesterday. That's absolutely fantastic, which means, because it beats the national average about 30-35%. This means that those of us who are pushing for higher voter turnout in 2023 are on the right track. We can do it, and it's going to happen. I'm very excited. Well, that's it for me this week. Join me again next week where I tell you more about what's happening in political news in 5. Stay well. Bye.